Hello, welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching Ramen Daisuki Koizumi-san. Um, so last episode, let me see, the first part, Koizumi was invited to go with you and her friends to go eat, but she said she had plans. Well, actually, no. She was invited by them, but mostly she was invited by a lot of the guys to go out. To which she said no, she had plans. And then they go over to Misa saying, well, I guess we're kind of stuck with you. Which, I mean, what kind of attitude is that? Well, she wasn't having any of that either. She sent them off. But I think somebody brought up, one of the guys, I think, was talking with one of the other ones and saying, maybe she's got a boyfriend or something. To which you was like, no, that can't be, that can't happen. She only loves ramen. So follows her to find out what is going on. And she finds her waiting in front of this fancy restaurant. Getting these ideas in her head, oh, well, I guess she really is seeing somebody. It's probably some older guy, and all these other thoughts in her mind. And then she sees a guy walk around the corner, says something like, thanks for waiting. And then three other guys come after him. So she's thinking that she's seeing all four of them. So she runs over there and starts trying to say, this isn't good, you can't do this. And the four guys are just kind of looking at her like, what's wrong with this girl? And Koizumi is doing the same thing, like, what is wrong with her? And the guys just kind of leave. They're like, okay, well, let's go. And they leave. And that just left you and Koizumi. And Koizumi's looking at her with like an angry face, going like, what was that all about? Like, what are you doing here? To which she had no response to. She didn't give any kind of answer. I mean, what is she going to say? I stalked you to see what or who you were meeting because you said you had plans, and I didn't want to believe you had a boyfriend because you need to be with me and ramen. I mean, I don't know. It's not her business, really, who she sees. So, whatever. I mean, I know why she's all nervous about it, but still. So anyway, she asks why she was there. Because she thought she was there to go to this fancy restaurant. And she's like, no, I was waiting for them to leave because the stand-up ramen shop around the corner only holds 4 people. And I wouldn't fit, so I was waiting for them to go since they had a group of 4 and it was just me. So now that they're gone, I'm going to go eat my ramen. So she goes around the corner and she sees there's this little hole in the wall place. You can actually see the rest, like the cooks inside. You can see everything. It's like it's one table and then a small, seating area. Well, standing area, I should say. Excuse me. So they get, Koizumi orders her ramen, and then you, of course, says, oh, I'll have what you're having, and then grabs what she's getting. And then they're talking, why don't you sit down? There is a table, or, why do you stand? And basically, she comes to that place because it's a little different, so she might as well stand. They eat their ramen, and then they go their separate ways. Second part was all you and Misa. Misa was shopping, and she brought you along to give her opinions about the outfits she was picking out. But you was not... She didn't have her head in the game. It was all on Koizumi, who was nowhere in sight. But she was looking at a mannequin like it was Koizumi, so I guess that's a good substitute. Misa's getting upset. Well, I mean, I brought you here so you can help me pick an outfit, and you're not even helping me at all. Afterwards, they decide, let's go get something to eat. Yu suggests ramen. So they go get some ramen. They go to a pretty nice place. Misa orders a spicy ramen. Of course, she likes the spicy foods. Yu gets like a, pretty standard ramen, I think. If I can remember correctly, which I can't. They eat their ramen, they have a, talk, and then they leave. And then as they're leaving, Koizumi walks into the same restaurant. Which I thought was nice that they actually showed two of the other girls having ramen without Koizumi. Because, I mean, I know it's about her, but I do want to see some of the other characters interact without her at some points. You see, the last part was Koizumi and June. They had just gotten out of school, I believe, and they were... I think she was going to like a convenience store to get something to eat, and she sees Koizumi in there, who's buying cup ramen, a bunch of it. And the way she's talking about it basically gets June to buy some. So they're both eating ramen. Which then, the way they're eating it has everybody watching them because they make it look so good. So they go and buy ramen. Like, all the people in the store go in there to buy ramen. I think June left after hers, but Koizumi was still buying some. I believe she was on her third or fourth serving of cup ramen. I mean, it's not a large amount in the cup, so it's understandable. I mean, she eats a lot of ramen. I doubt that's a lot for her. So since they always have 3 different stories and they never really connect, I have no idea what they're going to do this time. I'm going to assume that Yu is going to stalk Koizumi at some point in this episode. I think I said last episode in the end discussion that Yu is so far my least favorite character out of the 4. I think the ranking would go Yu, Koizumi, June, Misa. Yeah. Well, I think it would be more like Yu, Koizumi, and June are kind of tied, and then Misa. Yeah, that's basically the ranking so far. We'll see if that changes by the end of this, but right now that's where it stands. So, the video is going to be located over here, and the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. And we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1.